All right, so finding the inverse of a function. So here we have a function f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the inverse of this function. We're going to look at several different types of function so as to ensure that we're able to do this whenever we are called upon to do it. So now there are 4 steps you're going to take when you're finding the inverse of a function. So the function is f of x. And when we're finished, we want to end with f inverse x. So we're starting with f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. So there are 2 approaches. Well, it's basically there are 2 approaches. So let's have a look at approach 1. For approach 1, the first thing it says, or step 1 says, write the defining equation. That's not difficult. All we're going to do is we're going to take out f of x and say y is equal to 2x plus 3. Step 2 says interchange x and y. And essentially what that means is that wherever we see x, we're going to put y, and wherever we see y, we're going to put x. So step 2, we're interchanging x and y. Now, step 3 is to make y the subject again. Now, at step 1, y is the subject. And for step 3, we're going to make y the subject again. So when y is the subject, we should have y by itself on one side, and the sign of y must be positive. So we're going to have x minus 3 is equal to 2y. So positive 3 on the right goes over to the left and becomes negative. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And when I do, I'm going to end up with y is equal to x minus 3 over 2. Step 3 is to make y the subject again. And step 4 is just for us to what? Take out y and say f inverse of x is equal to x minus 3 divided by 2. So we're learning to find the inverse of a function. Finding the inverse of a function has 4 steps. Now, if we wanted to, we could use approach, do approach 2. So our starting point again, f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Step 1 is the same for both approaches. Make y the subject. So I'm going to take out f of x and say y is equal to 2x plus 3. Now, step 2 is to make x the subject. So I'm going to have y minus 3 is equal to 2x. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And so x would be equal to y minus 3 over 2. Step 3 is to interchange x and y. So we have y is equal to x minus 3 over 2. And the last step, step 4 says write in function notation. For step 4, I'm going to take out y and say f inverse of x is equal to x minus 3 over 2. You can use any approach, but the most popular approach is approach 1.